Hello, geeks of the world. Welcome to the Will Dogs Games and Wrestling. Welcome to the weekly wrestling wrap-up. I am Lucha Will, and we are here to talk about Monday Night Raw from this past week. Now, not much happened during Raw, but we will talk about the high points and hopefully get out of here pretty quickly because there's really not much to talk about. One of the big news was Vince McMahon announced that if Undertaker does not defeat Shane McMahon at Mania, this will be Undertaker's last Mania. Now, the way I feel about this is this almost telegraphs who's going to win. Because Taker has not yet battled John Cena. It was very apparent they wanted Cena to take on Taker this year for it to be his final match, and Cena's injured. So why would Shane McMahon beat Undertaker for his final WrestleMania match? It makes no sense. So, Taker's winning. It's obvious. It was very interesting that McMahon didn't say his last match ever or that he must retire. Probably because Taker is scheduled to be on the WrestleMania Revenge Tour post-Mania. So, we'll see what happens with that, but I honestly think Taker goes over here. So we got Roman Reigns open the show with Stephanie McMahon saying that he's the authority now. And it was kind of a short promo, which is what Reigns needs. Reigns needs to be that silent badass who doesn't really say much. But they've been giving him more and more promos, but the promos they're giving him are weak. So I don't mind this short and sweet promo. Him trying to get over on Stephanie McMahon a little bit. That was good. And later on in the show, Reigns did, confront Triple H. Stephanie said Triple H wasn't at the show, but obviously he was. He was getting into a car, and Reigns pulled him out and beat the crap out of him until Triple H could get into the car, and they drove off. So it just kind of furthered that a little bit. So Kevin Owens and AJ Styles had a good match. It was what it was. Chris Jericho distracted Styles in his, in the same bit. They've been going back and forth now for a little bit to set up that feud. Now, Kevin Owens did say he wanted to go back and talk to Stephanie about making a triple threat match to figure out who's going to battle him for his title at Mania. And she let him set it up. So, later on the show, he announced Stardust versus Zack Ryder versus Sin Cara for, in a triple threat for the number one contendership. There was no contest. Sami Zayn came out, Dolph Ziggler came out, Miz came out, and they all wanted a shot at the title. So, Kevin Owens went back and complained to Stephanie, and she made it a 7-man ladder match at Mania for the title. Basically a repeat of what we had last year for the IC title. So we'll see what happens with that. This time I don't think there's really any favorites. I'd say either Owens retaining or Zayn taking it. Other than that, there's really not that much to talk about. The main event saw Dean Ambrose taking out Braun Strowman. That says it all for this Raw. It was not great. Strowman ended up beating Ambrose by DQ because Ambrose hit him with a chair, and then he hit him with the Dirty Deeds to end the show on the chair. So that was Raw this week. So there's really not much to say. Hopefully next week is much better, and I say it every week. And I'm the eternal optimist with WWE, but this really does not feel like Mania build to me. But next week is the go-home show. After the go-home show, I will be doing another review. And there will be a special follow-up. I'm going to do my WrestleMania predictions. And this will be who I think is going to win each scheduled match and why. And we'll see what happens. So that is the weekly wrestling wrap-up for this week. Sorry it's so short. There's really not much to talk about. So I will end this by saying, remember, whatever your geek is, be sure to let your geek out.